Okay, today we're going to be working on this jack pine, my Pinus silvestris. And I would estimate that this tree is about 3 to 4 years old. It's been with me for 2 summers. And last summer the the trunk was still a stem more so than a trunk. Now it's turning wood. So I want to start trying to do something with it before the trunk becomes too firm. You can still work with it at that point, but it's a little bit more problematic. So I normally would have already done something with this by now, but I didn't have a vision for it, and if I don't catch a vision, I just sit and wait and concentrate on the health of the plant, growth and development. So what I'm thinking now is windswept. And in order to do that, we're going to wire it and take it from there. I'm going to wrap it in raffia because I'm always paranoid about breaking branches, trunk snapping on me. So whenever possible, I always go with the raffia wrap. And these pines in here, you see how this is bare? I'm going to bare this also from here to here also. So we're going to have this section bare, this section bare, and this section bare. Bend it over, let's see, something like this, I think, or like this. Bend it over like this and have a windswept. And I'm not going to cut these branches right now today. I still want these to grow because of course those are solar panels and we're in the middle of summer and I want this thing to continue to grow. I want the trunks to thicken, etc., etc. So at the beginning of the growing season this year, what I did is I repotted it. It's in a smaller pot for the first year, and timing was right on point because the roots were starting to encircle. So it'll be in this pot till next summer, at which point we'll take another look at it. Okay. So again, the first thing we're going to do is cut these branches, cut these pine cones right here. Okay, so let's get to work cutting this section out. So I'm just clearing this section out between these branches and the apex. Okay, I believe we're ready to start wrapping it. I'm just going to work with the trunk today, and later on I'll come back and do something with these branches. We want to create pads. We've got a root growing high right here. I'm going to get rid of that. And now we can start wrapping. It's probably not necessary to wrap it. I mean, you can see it's still pretty flexible, but again, it's just an extra precaution that I like to take. The number one rule of bonsai is preserve the health of the tree. So that takes care of the bottom third. Let's go ahead and take care of the middle section now. So we soak the raffia wrap in water before using it, before applying it, to make it easier to work with. And I usually like to wet the tree also. Although I didn't in this case because I didn't need it. It's already pliable, and I find that wetting it, helps make it a little bit more pliable. These downward facing pines have got to go anyway, so I can pull those out right now. And that completes the middle third of the tree. Okay, let's start wiring. I'm going to use a thicker wire than this really needs, and again that just helps to decrease resistance from the trunk. Right, it'll be more responsive to a thicker wire and less risk of me damaging the trunk by using more force than necessary. Alright, let's get this roughy out of the way. So we're talking windswept style, so I've got to make a decision now about which way to bend it. And it already has a natural bend right here. You can see that it's going this way. And so I'm just going to go with that. We're going to flow with that and bend it that way. And as it continues to grow, it should look pretty awesome. Okay, so now I'm feeling pretty confident that I'm not going to damage the tree. So I'm ready to start wiring. So I tend to leave my wires on a lot longer than is recommended. I usually go anywhere from 8 to 10 months. And they say you're not supposed to do that because the tree can start growing into the wire and then you'll have scarring. But I've never had a problem with that, and that has a lot to do with how tight you apply the wire. And actually, I've seen scarring on some videos. Scarring doesn't look that bad. Okay, we finished the second third, and I'm going to cut it right here and go to a lighter wire for the top third. So for the top third of the tree, let's go with this guy. So there we go, we're ready to start bending. This branch I'm going to allow it to grow for now to help thicken the trunk. And again, take advantage of these solar panels, right? Feeding the plant. But eventually this branch will have to go. And a couple other ones will have to go. So originally I was going to use this as a sacrifice branch, just let it grow out to help thicken the trunk and the other branches. But I'm going to let this grow and become very significant, and then I'll dead it. And we'll have some nice gin right there. I think that'll look better. And then the rest of it, we have this wind-blown look. Okay, the tree is bent this way, but the wind is blowing everything that way. So I think that's enough for the initial wiring. That's enough for now. So the branch that will be cut will be this one. And I could probably get rid of this guy right now, but yeah, I think I will get rid of that one right now. So it'll be in here for the next year, and then next year we'll look to put it in a bonsai pot. It'll be fitting a jack pine such as this one. And I still got to get rid of some of these downward hanging needles. So maybe I'll do that now.